Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in this world. This is Chief OPTK. I am coming to you from the United States of America, and this program is called Let's Talk About It with Chief O. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If you like the program, and I hope that you do, please like it, share it, and what else do you have to do with it? Send it out to other people so you will not be the only person. Like it, share it, and subscribe to Let's Talk About It with Chief O. Today's we're going to look at something that, in my view, is very disheartening. It hurts a lot. I may be able to have some people to come on, but we'll see. It's a little early here in the United States, 8 o'clock in the morning. Let me thank God. The first thing that I always do is to thank God for another day. Thank God for my producer. What a wonderful person. Very, very straightforward, very great man. But this is, let's talk about it with Chief O. Abortion. And I know that some of my colleagues will be saying, why is Chief O talking about abortion? Oh my goodness, why not? That's exactly my point. Let's talk about abortion. 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 Abortion is defined by the legal profession, medical profession, and scholars. Let me give you a few examples of the definition of abortion. It really bothers me. So if I go into some kind of state of mind, don't get angry. Now, let me also say something to a lot of people. I talk to Black people an awful lot. This is, reason why I really have this show. But I welcome everybody to come into it because, we're all living on this earth with each other, and we need to talk about it. We need to talk about a lot of things. But everything is mine. I'm responsible. If I quote anybody, I will go ahead and tell you where I got it from. Other than that, everything that I'm saying on this show is mine. That's a disclaimer. I'm responsible for it, not my producer, not anybody, just me. So if you have anything that you want to say it to me. And if you want to send some message, send me a message. It don't matter. Just go ahead and do it. You can see the phone number and the www right on the bottom. Go ahead and type in your views on whatever subject matter that we're talking about. But abortion, abort, or should it be called something else other than abort? Make it sound kind of light. Abort, simple, but it's not. It's not. But the definition by the dictionary is that it's a deliberate termination of a human pregnancy. Kind of nice how they put that, but they can't. What I see clearly is human. I have a master's degree in global affairs and human security. This is human pregnancy. Most often performed during the first 28 weeks of pregnancy. 28 weeks, and you can abort. But the legal definition of abortion is the termination of a pregnancy after, accompanied by, or closely followed by the death of an embryo or fetus, the death of it, the human. The definition of by the medical people have a different definition. The term abortion is the termination of pregnancy by removal or expulsion of an embryo or fetus. An abortion that occurs without intervention is known as a miscarriage. So you have that three definitions of abortion. So everybody have their little definition of abortion. I have mine, but I'll say something about that really right now. But I met some people, and that stands virtually everywhere there's an abortion clinic, and they are all saying, or they're praying for the mother. But there's some other issues why abortion, and I think in 2018, Wall Street Journal wrote that there are more Black children aborted than are born. Let's talk about it. With the Black abortion rate, Planned Parenthood kill. You can call it abortion if you want, but they kill more Black children than children are born. And we're talking about homicide in Baltimore City of over 300 every year for the past 7 years. So there's so many ways that Black people are being killed. My goodness. I mean, every time that I turn around and look at this new method, vaccine, I see a Black arm here, a Black arm there. You know, every now and then they show you a little white something. Now they're going all the way down to injecting vaccine into children of 5 years old. And again, I see little Black children there. Somehow the media, NBC, ABC, CNN, all of them, that they always seem to show little Black children being injected. Is this a form of genocide or what? But I met a lady, her name is Kim Frazier, who spoke about abortion, and she's standing on the sidewalk virtually every day, holding on signs, telling people this is the wrong thing to do, abortion is not right. And I'm one of those people that, if it's a baby, if it's breathing inside or outside, you take it out, you killed it, especially if it's not ready to come out. Oh, there's something else that I was thinking about last night. Black men have issues with abortion, yes. And those issues that Black men have, we got to think about what we're doing. Every time that we have all this sexual relations, and my ladies at the other shows, I know that you're going to say, what is Chief talking about? Well, here it is. We go through this process of cherishing, caressing, sweet talk. I used to do very well with that. Time have changed. But at the end, we go into the sexual motion and we have our sex. Now, remember there's some shows that it's not good for children, for you, but it's good for us, the adults. So, take the caution and make sure that learning is good. If they can learn, they're living, they can learn, let them learn. But after we have had our sex and the man injects 500 million sperms, and every one of them trying to get their way into the eggs, and everybody fighting, all those sperms are little humans, not yet humans, but there are little things going on and trying to get in, and only one makes it. In some cases, I don't know how the second one, and all these, all of a sudden, there's people are having 3 and 4 and 5 kids, 5, 7, 8. I don't know what they're doing. Science is going crazy. I don't know if they're injecting it into the eggs or what. or maybe the egg opens up and they just let a whole bunch go in there, and then you gotta kind of close the door, but somehow, but that one that gets into the egg and begin fertilizing and begin growing, that's God's child. God selected out of 500 million or 550 million eggs, one. And that one child is you. You and you. All of you. All of us. Mandela. Martin Luther King. We got scientists. Harriet Tubman. All of them. God selected them, and God gave them some mission to do in their lifetime. But if other people get into the project or into that and abort that child, we lose the opportunity. We lose a human being. We lose a person that can cure cancer, cure diabetes, a person that can do well for the world, to help us grow and manage this earth and its people, the 7.2 billion people in it. But when you keep on aborting, it's like saying, you go fishing, you catch a fish, some people put the fish back. And that fish that they put back can grow other, can reproduce. But the ones that you take out is gone forever. And every time that you abort a child, it's gone forever. Never again. The black man or man, every man who does what they do, and when they finish getting it done, they should protect that woman. Make sure that that woman is okay for the rest of her life. Which, because that's what God have done, is, he created us and he gave us a helping hand. The woman is our partner and our helping hand. So anyway, I guess you understand where I'm trying to go with this abortion issue. I don't like it. And I told you I will I love the loving of the woman, but you also must take care of her. I've taken care of mine, and I'm still taking care of her 52 years later. Why can't you do it? But here's a lady that I met. Her name is Kim. No, not the Kim you know. This is Kim Frazier. And she works with the 40 Days of Life. My producer will let you see Kim's interview. This is Chief O. I'm just here in Cadenville, walking around and driving by, celebrating my anniversary. And I saw some signs that drew my attention to something we all should be talking about. Something that some people simply avoid, but we should not. We should not avoid it. We should not abandon it. We should talk about it. This is Kim.
Hello?
Kim is a very strong anti-abortion or pro-abortion.
I'm pro-life.
Pro-life.
Mm-hmm.
So we should talk about pro-life. What does that mean? It simply means that some of us actually support living than killing. Pro-life means anti-abortion. Kim, I want you to talk to my audience about what it means to be pro-life. You can come a little closer so you can zoom right into us. Can you still see me, or are you cutting me up?
You're out.
I'm out.
Just for a second.
Kim, talk to us about pro-life. What is pro-life? What does it mean?
Well, we support human life from the moment of conception. We believe that life is valuable and that all human beings have inherent dignity because they exist.
So what that really means is that once the conception is conceived, once a child, once a human being is conceived, you and your organization believe that it should not be aborted.
That's right. We are here on the sidewalk because there's an abortion facility in this building. And so we come out here to pray for the women who are going in for an abortion, to pray for the fathers of the babies, and to pray for the babies themselves. We're also here to pray for the people who work at this abortion facility. We are here to support them, and if they choose to come and speak with us, we will give them helpful resources to the nearest pregnancy center. And if the people who work at the abortion center choose to speak to us, we will give them information to help them find another job. We are completely nonviolent and peaceful, and we call this a prayer vigil. We've been here for 31 days now, and we will be here for 9 more days. Some of us come here all year long, and some of us come here in 40 Day for Life increments as part of the 40 Days for Life campaign, which is occurring now. And anyone of any faith is welcome to come out and join us on the sidewalk here. Everyone is welcome.
How often do you and some of the people here come out? How often? How can I tell my audience the days that you'll be here?
Okay.
So,
many of us are here regularly Friday mornings, all year long. There's also
I guess I'm back. There's something wrong and with the technology, and I know what it is, but I can't stop it for now. I hope that I can stop it very quickly soon, as soon as the cause for the glitch is gone. I hope that you can still hear me. You may not have been able to hear all of Kim Fraser's presentation, but especially the information that she provided to us, which was that, some things have to happen. I hope that you really can hear. I can hear myself, but I don't know if you can hear me as I'm broadcasting. But when God created this one individual child, what I mean, just what exactly did he do that for? Why is that child here? And I suspect that child at some point will be able to be asking that same question. Why am I here? I'm here on earth, but why? Where am I going? People just, you have a child, but for what purpose was that child born? Why do you have that child? And I guess that's what the other side is saying, that they don't have to have that child. I've heard both arguments, and both arguments, one of it is really something that I cannot agree with, because once that child is in you, it's over. You bring it to the rest of the world. But one of the things that I know that Kim said to me was that in Maryland alone, there's more than 30,000 aborted children. More than 30,000 aborted children in Maryland alone. So if you take the aborted children of 30,000, along with the Wall Street Journal of more children being aborted than are born, and you combine all of that, and along with the murder rates in Baltimore City, sometimes we need to talk about this. Is there some kind of, I'm asking this question, subliminary intention to decline the Black population? And with the COVID now, is this the vaccine that everybody's manufacturing? Even I hear that Pfizer is now having some other small companies manufacture for them vaccine. Right? You can go to CVS and get a vaccine shot by some person named Patel or Ahmed. Something don't fit. A genocide can be done gradually, and scientists seem like they're doing exactly that, gradually reducing. Some people don't believe that this is, they just go right along with it, everything is fine, abortion is fine, more than 30,000 of them is fine. But when it comes to other issues, homicide, you just give it a number. Number 2, 18, number 5, 81, 6, not 6, but 16. Number, unknown, black, white, more black than white. Some young people that get killed, just give it a number. 30,000. 30,000. More than 30,000 children. And the predominant numbers in these clinics, the clinics that are doing all this, Black children. As we were standing there doing the interview, there was at least maybe 5, 6 young Black children walking into that building, looking very bad. You had fun making them, but now you don't want to keep them. And that's the other side of the argument. You say, well, and if you ask them why, they say, it's my body. I do what I want to do. No, it's not. But the last thing I want to say about this abortion issue, okay? The last thing that I want to say, it always seems that it's the people that are living that want to do the aborting. Could you imagine if they were aborted themselves? Those that are performing the abortion, could you imagine if they were aborted? The lawmakers that give them money, could you imagine if those lawmakers were aborted? What would happen to them? Dead. just like all the children that they're killing, all the fetuses that they're destroying. I mean, could you just imagine the doctors, the lawyers that define it? It seems like it's always just the living people that are the ones that are crying abort, 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 abortion. And we pay the price. Okay, there's another kind of abortion that is going on. So let's go to Africa. Let's go to Africa. Last week, we talked about the Biafran issue. There is a new nation being born. And I just got good news. I think I told you earlier that a friend of mine in North Carolina was having a child, and she just had the baby, so the baby's fine. She was not aborted. Thank you, God. Let's go to Africa. A new nation is being born. It's the same thing, you know. Nations are born. Some are stolen by force. And Biafra is a nation that exists already, with a culture, with a language, with a way of life, known as Igbo people. The Igbo people, and I'd like to show you some clips of why there's a need for Biafra to exist. Again, let me revert a little bit to a little history, because if you forget the history, then you become a victim again. And there's a reason why there is a major outcry for the end of being part of a nation and the creation of a new nation. There's a big reason why. Nigeria, I told you before, I don't like that word, but I will use it, was created by the British government. And they went to this region in West Africa and amalgamated, that is, put together multiple cultures, multiple nations, just bound them all together. Every single one of them speak different language. Every single one of them, all of them have different cultures, eat different food, you know, it's very different people. But the British saw a reason to go to that area for the natural resources. So if you go to Britain today, they got gold, they got everything that they extracted from that land in order to build the country that they have. In fact, as many of virtually all the Europeans, including the United States, y'all, yeah, you know, went to that region, extracting natural resources, and by so doing, they built what they have. But the British, in particular, and the French, another one, and the Germans, and the Polish, and you know, Ireland, Europe, all those European countries. But the focus here today for me is the British and Nigeria. The British amalgamated a region, put them all together, and gave the authority of ruling the entire region to an Islamic nation, to the Muslims. And when they did that, the Muslims took over and didn't know how to run it, so they ran it brutally, by force. Time goes forward, war after war after war after war. Continued over, in fact, the word Nigeria was created by a white woman. Some people call it niggeria. You know, I heard once a comedian say that somebody, that he was at the University of KKK. And at the University of KKK, he seemed like he was enjoying himself. Oh my goodness, we're here in this University of KKK, and that he has met the wizard of KKK, and seemed like a very nice guy, but he was a very shy guy. In other words, very hidden guy. He had a hood on, but he seemed like he's a very shy guy. And then he said he was really very happy to be. That is the African that was there, the Nigerian who was there at that KKK University. He said, "Oh boy," the wizard told him, "I'm so happy to see you. I'd like to hang you around." Now he's starting to get the picture. He wants that Nigerian to hang around. You get it? Hang around. Now, at the end of that comedian's story, he said that one day somebody, a fellow KKK person, saw him and said, "Hey, nigga." And the Nigerian says, "I'm sorry, you got that wrong. It's Nigeria, not nigga." Think about that one. And that's just a sidebar. So here's the thing about the Biafra now. Why should Biafra, a new nation, reemerge? Because it's reemerging. The first time, the people that were given charge of that region, the Islamics, the fundamental people, literally killed 3 million black people. Another form of abortion. 3 million black people. My producer is going to show you some clips. It may be sensitive to some of you, but look at these clips. These are black children. Black children that during the war, God's creation. There's a Martin Luther King. There's an I don't know. My God, there's you. That little one with the arm sticking out, looked like a bone. And that's you. But the reason why Biafrans want no more Nigeria is exactly for this reason. Exactly for this reason. There's some more clips that he will show you that says to you, to say to Igbo people, and those are Igbo children, we're not going to do this again. And if there's going to be another Biafran Nigerian war, it will not be the same. So Igbo people went to war because the Northerners were just slaughtering people like, just slaughtering them, just killing a lot of people. That was in 1967 to 1970. The Biafran Nigerian War. 3 million people, Igbo people. And I'm sure that there was some killed, some that died from the other side. Well, just to go to show you, as time goes forward, now, another young man emerged to try to restore that nation of Biafra, Igbo people, Igbo land, and save the children and save the people of that indigenous people, which is called indigenous people of Biafra. And his name is Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has declared that this will not happen again, what happened before 1967 and 1970. But there were some people that basically were not really elected, and they're called Ohaneze Ndigbo. Ohaneze. These are people that wear these kinds of caps on their head, and they really did not go through any kind of an election process. But they consider themselves to be at the arm of the Igbo people talking to the killers, the northern killers, the president of the Federation of Nigeria, Oh, they're killers. They're murderers. Any way you look at it, that's what they do. So he feels that these Ohanes and Igbo people are trying to say, please, let's not have that kind of video that you just saw, that clip that you just saw of children. No. Let's not have that again. No. You know, actually demanding that the young man, Nnamdi Kanu, who is fighting like hell with everybody else, especially the youth of the country. What these people don't understand is the youth of the country are now grown up. And as grown men and women, they're saying it ain't gonna happen again. Not without some repercussions. So now when they suddenly arrested this man, you guys remember Idi Amin? He was another murderer from Kenya. Oh, you know, it seemed like the British and all the countries that they have control of and colonized in Africa, they all have their murderers that they select. Kill them, here's some money. Kill them again, here's some money. Kill some people, some of your mother, your children, your grandchildren, and here's some money. And these bums go ahead and do exactly what the British tell them to do. Well, now, this young man, Nnamdi Kanu, with the Kenyan help, have been arrested and taken back to Nigeria. And boy, the sort of like slave owners, or not the slave owners, but the what do you call them? They're not masters. They are the people that keep the slaves in line. They're happy. My God, they're happy. So when they what they're doing now is they arrested him, tortured him, and trying their best to kill him. But the people of Biafra, 70 million of them, inside and outside of that region, are saying if you kill him, Nigeria is finished. So recently, while he's incarcerated, Nnamdi Kanu, the entire Biafran nation, the entire Igbo people, except for the ones that are helping the other guy, you know, like some black people here in America, they help the white man to keep us down. You remember who they are. And, you know them every day. You see them every day. They walk around and they literally keep black people down. Well, the same thing is happening over there, where the Biafrans, mostly, and black people here, a lot of them during the slave movement, came from that area. Yes, they did. They're the ones that are the field Negroes. And you know the difference between the field Negroes and a house Negro. So Biafrans are definitely trying to rebuild their nation. So the people that now have him, and that is the Buhari government, and that is the Islamic people. This is Muslims. Salam alaikum. You know, they're really not that very nice of people. Not all of them. Let's be truthful about it. But the majority of them, its leaders, they want to annihilate, create a genocide, and wipe out the entire Igbo people, Biafran people. And they are using organizations such as Ohanese, Ndibo. These are people that wear these things, and they, claim to be Igbo leaders. And Igbo people, most people accept them, except that they have been found out to be taking money from the government and acting as spies from the Buhari government for the Muslims. Yeah, that's why they are in trouble. And they should be in trouble. But the real Biafran people, the general population, have sent a release and an information to the government of Nigeria and have told him to release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally or be held accountable. Now, folks, does that mean war? We hope not. Because this time, the machete is not going to be swinging on the ways of the Igbo people. The machete and the bullets are not just going to be hitting the Igbo people. This time around, the bullets is going to go the other way. And if that's what they want, then so be it. That's what they get. You know, the times are different. The people that are calling for war on the other side, they literally have sent, there's an election. Now, you know, I think Martin Luther King said something about if it's not good, if a condition is not good for you, change it. James Brown said the same thing. Now, what has happened is that Nigeria, as of now, today, there's an election in one state, Anambra State, and that election is taking place November 6th. Yeah, November 6th. Now, you know, here in America, we have an election. You don't have any soldiers standing around, tanks driving down the main street or going to the polling stations. We don't have all that. You know, we have people that people that work in the polls. I did. And that, you know, we monitor everything and what's going on. And whatever explanation needs to be explained is a very simple process until one of the political parties come up with some new method of interfering in the process, like they're doing in Nigeria. So Buhari, hear me now, black people, Americans, Congressional Black Caucus, NAACP, Black Lives Matters, hear me now. I'm letting you know. While this nation of black people are trying to rebuild, the British, through its Islamic group, have sent more than 6,000 tanks and military personnel to Igbo land, Anambra, to monitor and conduct the election. Remember, knock, knock, knock. You're going to vote? You're not going to vote? You can get shot. Now, the Anambra people, on the other hand, have said to their people, look, every time that we conduct an election and we win, we send somebody, we elect somebody, he doesn't get anywhere. Every time that a student goes to school, get degrees, and you know Igbo people are very sharp globally. In fact, the fault of the Igbo is to build that doggone northern nation. They need to stop that and go back to Igbo land and rebuild. You know, so you lose the building. Big deal. Let them keep it. They don't know how to build it. You built it. So now you have more than 6,000 soldiers monitoring every precinct. Tanks. You know, here we got policemen doing it. They sit in their car, smoke their cigarette, eat their donut. They don't have, you know, and there's no monitoring. They don't go into the polling booth with you. But over there, they are standing right by the booths and tell you to vote. Now, the Biafrans have asked people over the next 7 days, stay home. Now, you know, some people say that is so hard. That's so harsh. My God, why are you asking people who ain't got nothing already to stay home? How are they going to survive? How are they going to eat? What about if, you know, a baby need milk? Feed it from your body. What about if, you know, you need some chicken? You got one running around, get them. You know, what about if there's some commodity that they need, they can't go out and get it? That's a sacrifice of building a nation. you need to do some sacrificing, because Nnamdi Kanu is sacrificing his entire life. Those people went to his home and literally killed his mother and father and other people, relatives of his, because he was calling for a nation to be rebuilt. Biafra is going to come alive. There's no doubt about it. It's going to cost us. It's going to definitely cost us. But something that Ohanese people are worried about, if my producer can show some more clip, we got a few more, of why Biafra is doing what it's doing and raising. Look at this. Do we have any other ones? I think there's some more. And I know that we're doing clip by clip, but these are the kinds of things that we cannot allow to happen again. These are the children that are suffering from the 1967-1970 war. This is what they did to children. Hundreds of thousands had to be evacuated to go to other countries because of what? Starvation. So the Nigerian government starved children. Why? The Anambra election, well, let me be one to say this. If the election that produces leaders that reverses the help that we need and internalize it, the money that is earned by the people are now being used against them, don't get involved. Look, it's very simple. Election is a European, it's not really, it was really created by Black people long while the Europeans were still in caves. We know how to conduct election and conduct it fairly. So we know also how to build a nation and build it fairly. All we need to do now is the help of everybody to get rid of that person that the British gave power to, remove him. United Nations, you need to remove the Northern Nigerians, let them be Nigerians, but Biafra must be allowed to exist. We can solve our own problem. We don't need the hard hands of the British government. And we don't need the hard hands of the Islamic population or the Organization of Islamic Council. We don't need them. We built their country for them. And that was our fault. That's right, Ndibo. That's your fault. So now we have come at a time when we cannot. And that's unfortunate. Now here come this Ohanese people begging, oh, please, please, no, we don't want this. Now, if you look at the faces of these people that are begging for no Biafra, no, to please stop the don't stop the election, let it go, because some of our people can get elected and we have money and we'll give you some chicken and a bag of rice. We're beyond that. The young children, the young adults of Igbo people are beyond that. They build things now. They can build a refinery. If only we can just get those people out of our territory. It's the same way as getting the Europeans' hands and claws out of the natural resources in Africa. It's ours. It's ours. We all own it. So somehow these people that are begging for not a second war, they're old. None of them going to do any fighting. All they're doing is just using the media so they can keep their money coming in from the government, from Nigeria, from Buhari. I advise you, stay home. Because some of the people that are now roaming around in the southeast of Anambra State, they're from the north. They're from some other country. They're Muslims. they would know one black Igbo person from another one. As far as they're concerned, if you look Igbo, you kill it. That's what they do. It's like if you look like a chicken, there might be a different kind of chicken, you kill it. That's what they do. So all I can say to Igbo people is defend yourself. Protect yourself. That's right. And if you have to retaliate for any potential life-threatening to your family, go ahead. Do what you have to do. Get their weapons and use it against them. Guerrilla warfare? Yes. And I am saying it. This is Chief Obidike. I am saying it. Protect yourself, Umiwo. Take the necessary steps that you have to protect yourself and your family. You can't stand still and lose another 2-3 million people. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I cannot understand why the world will stand still and let Britain and the Islamic nation, the Fulanis, the Boko Harams, you guys are familiar with it, just to walk into another man's territory, land, under some kind of a proclamation of the Quran that you want to dip into the Benin, into the what is it? Our river. You want to conquer. All conquerors don't live forever. My advice to Nigerian government, back off. Go back to your territory. Look out for your family. But if you believe that you're going to sustain yourself by annihilating an Igbo, Southern Igbo people, the Biafran nation, you're mistaken. And I beg every country in the world to not just sit still. I'm asking you, I'm begging you. Well, I don't like to beg, Let's be honest about it. Because when you needed us, we gave you help. So now we need you. We need you, Israel. We need you, Haiti. We need you, United States of America. We need the United States to step up to the plate and say enough is enough. The last time in 1967 to 1970 war, Russia was sending weapons to shoot at some people going to church at the marketplace. Palestine had their own. Egypt, yes, they had weapons there, shooting at black people just, crossing the airwave and going in and killing black people as if it was nothing to them. Not this time. Not this time. All I can say to Ndibo, Ohaneze, you're wrong. Your fear is your problem. You can be afraid all you want. That's up to you. Or stand up with our youth. If you want to stand up with our youth, your pocket may be empty, but you will stand up and let's build Biafra and let that nation be born. There's an awful lot of scholars that are saying the same thing. There will be many new nations being born, and Biafra is the head of it, and it must be allowed to be born. Ohaneze Ndibo, you're definitely wrong. You're definitely wrong. Ohaneze Ndibo, you're definitely wrong. Stop begging. Stop begging. And stand up. Stand up for Igbo people. Stand up. And let's not have those children again. Because you're just as bad as the other guy. The guy doing the killing and paying you. You will take their money so that they can go ahead and kill Igbo children. You must be ashamed. And I tell you, there is other things that can be done to those Ohaneze and Igbos that want to go ahead and give help to the killer. Hang them. That's what the Ku Klux Klan is. That's what everybody else do. Ohaneze and Igbo, you must pay a price. I love you now, but you need to change your mind. You need to change your attitude. You need to change your ways. You cannot help the enemy against our own people because of money. Because of money. Not this time. It's not going to work. The young generation that you see, they are the ones that are coming up and saying, that's enough. We're not going to have this happen again. This is Chief. Biafra, Anambra election in the next, 7 days, 8 days? We beg you, don't go out. Leave it alone. Some people think it did not work. Gandhi did it in India to the very same British people. Read the history. That's correct. Martin Luther King, nonviolence, but it cost him his life. And we're still not yet out of that problem. So, my brothers, my sisters, Ohanaeze and Igbo, change your mind. Don't side with the enemy against your own people. Don't do it. It's going to cost you more than your pocket. It's going to cost you your life. Ohanaeze and Igbo, leave it alone. Don't side with the enemy. This is Chief Obidike in the USA. IBOP forever. Biafra must be allowed to exist. We can help Africa. We can help the entire continent. But if you kill us off, like the abortion, kill off babies, you kill off minds, intellects, capabilities. You're killing off a lot of people. It's not acceptable. I think my time is up. That is my broadcast time. Don't get any ideas. Until we talk again, Biafra must be allowed to exist, and abortion of children must be reduced, and stop killing children. It's not right. If you notice, I never went to the moral issues. No, it's just not right. If the fetus is in you, God made it happen. Okay. I give you breaking news. Breaking news. Biafra must be allowed to exist. Stop aborting children. They kill more children that are born in the black community. Biafra is also black. That's enough. Until the next time. This is Chief Obidike. Chief O. Let's talk about it. You want to talk about it? There's only one thing for us to say in that region. Everybody go their way. And there'll be less bloodshed. But if you refuse, there will be. And this time, there will not only be Igbo blood, there will be Hausa blood, Biafra blood. Will also include Fulani blood, Boko Haram blood. Yoruba, second chance. Stand with us. Until the next time, this is Chief O. God bless all of you. To my veterans, BTV, God bless you, sir. We're here to go forward. Forward ever, backwards, never. Thank you.